you do when you realize the anniversary gift your husband gave you was actually meant for his mistress? I gave them both a night they'd never forget. On our 10-year anniversary, Reese handed me a beautifully wrapped box of perfume as a gift at dinner. It took me back because he knew strong scents made me dizzy and nauseous, but still, the perfume was classy and in small amounts smelled great, so I was thankful. Until later that night while he was in the shower, his phone lit up. It was a text from a woman named Maxine. "Oh, Reese, you're so naughty," followed by the shy monkey emoji. "Excuse me? What?" I immediately unlocked his phone and saw exactly what she was referring to. Just 20 minutes ago, Reese had texted her, "I got my wife your perfume so I can smell you around the house." My stomach churned. I read it 3 more times to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding, but it was still there, clear as day, along with flirty texts and pictures even I've never received. I felt my heart physically breaking as I read through parts where they mocked me, calling me easy to manipulate, how my husband wanted to be with her so bad, but the thrill of not getting caught was too exciting to just leave me. I glanced at the perfume bottle on the nightstand with tears in my eyes and decided then and there, if they wanted a thrill, they were going to get it, because perfume was flammable. First, I had to drive Reese crazy. The next morning, I put some of the perfume on, just a tiny spray on my wrists and neck. His face lit up instantly. "You're actually wearing it. I love how it smells," he said, kissing my cheek. He had no idea what was coming. Soon, I started casually mentioning all the places he'd taken his mistress. "Have you seen this pasta place?" I'd ask when planning dinner dates. "I was thinking of having lunch at Julio's Cafe." Reese's coffee dripped out of his mouth every time. I've never heard of those," he lied, squirming in his seat. The next day, I brought him a pamphlet. "I was thinking of getting my nails done at this salon downtown. What do you think?" This was Maxine's workplace. He stared at me with sweat beading down his forehead, studying my face to see if I knew. "You've never liked the way they do nails. Would you really go there?" he asked, testing me back. I shrugged, maybe one day, but not today. He sighed in relief. But then came the really fun part. We were at his parents' house for dinner. I was wearing the perfume he'd given me when the topic of kids came up. His mom mentioned wanting grandchildren someday. I grinned and turned to Reese. "You know, if we ever have a daughter, I've always loved the name Maxine." The soda nearly slipped from his hand. He coughed and stammered, saying he'd prefer other names. But his mom insisted Maxine would be a lovely name. "What made you think of it?" she asked me. Reese turned to me with wide eyes, clearly wondering if I knew, but it wasn't time to drop it yet. "Well, it's a name that's very hard to forget. Just so lovely and unique," I said, acting oblivious. After that night, Reese's paranoia got worse. He started watching me constantly, panicking every time I mentioned anything close to Maxine's name. He was so stressed he picked up smoking cigarettes just like she did. His text to her showed how paranoid he was. I thought all of this would have put an end to his affair, make him lose us both, but I was wrong. Reese announced he had a work trip coming up, a conference in another city on the day of Maxine's birthday. This was it, what I'd been waiting for. The night before his trip, I did my research, found the exact hotel they were staying at, one of those down-low illegal ones that allows you to smoke in the rooms. Instead of confronting him, I helped him pack, folded his shirts and pants neatly into his suitcase like the perfect wife. Then without him knowing, I took the perfume bottle and sprayed the flammable perfume everywhere. On his shirts, his jacket, even his ties. Reese laughed when he stepped into the room to pick up the suitcase. "Honey, you've practically marinated my wardrobe." I smiled. "It's so you can smell me even when you're away." I watched him carry the suitcase into his car and drive off. That was the last time I saw him like that, because that night at 2 in the morning, I got the call I'd been waiting for. "Hello? Is this Reese's wife?" "This is a nurse from Halter's General Hospital. Your husband's been in an accident." I grinned, my heart racing. When I got to the hospital, I rushed in completely breathless and in tears. "Where is he? Where's my Reese?" I begged. They led me to a room filled with doctors, nurses, and officers. One of them pulled me aside and explained what happened. There was a fire inside the room. Apparently, a cigarette your husband was smoking set his clothes on fire. I gasped. "How could that even happen?" The officer frowned. "His clothes had flammable perfume on them. I'm sorry to say this, but your husband was having an affair. We found the exact perfume bottle in the woman's makeup bag. We suspect she planned this, but got caught in the fire as well." I stuck around playing the heartbroken wife. Soon Reese woke up, confused and in pain. When he saw me, I said nothing, just pulled out a small perfume bottle and started spraying it around his bed. So honey, about Maxine. Full story on channel linked below.